the founder of Marketplace Manna and a missionary, Al Mellinger. Hi, Al.
Hi, it's good to be with you again today.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you.
You have always got interesting projects up your sleeve. It's
long sleeve.
Yeah. You've got some growth, though, that's happening in your downtown location. You're in the Otsego building in downtown Jackson.
Yep, right there in the corner of Martin Luther King, Michigan. And we've been working with helping the poor, disenfranchised, persecuted, disabled around the world for a number of years. And we've worked with trying to develop projects to help similar kinds of people here in our backyard. And so we've been working, for example, at the Jackson Friendly Home, and which is low-income elderly women, and also at the Interfaith Shelter. We'll go in once a month, take upcycled materials, things like T-shirts and recycled beads or recycled tennis balls, and turn them into chew-choys and decorations and all kinds of stuff. But we've had ideas of doing more projects that require a little longer time than when we go to their locations. And we've been looking for and trying to find a way to create what I'm calling our READ workshop. READ stands for Repurposing Items, Environmentally Friendly, Economically Beneficial, and Developing Skills, REED. And we have tried I've tried 4 or 5 different buildings in downtown Jackson, and none of them worked. So we were praying about it, and all of a sudden the unit next to us opened up. The tenants moved, they bought their own building. And so we contacted the property owners and said, could we rent that as well? And they said yes, but it had carpet, so we couldn't use that as our workshop because some of the things we're talking about are going to be a little messy.
Hot glue?
Yeah, hot glue on carpet just doesn't work if it happens to get spilled over. So we decided we'd take half of our current location, which has a really nice tile floor, and turn it into the workshop, and then use the 2 storefronts, which actually are attached, as one new retail location. And so we're making this switch. We've got most of the merchandise now moved to the new location that we're doing, and now we've got to convert the current location for the workshop, which means we need to get some base cabinetry. We need to get a few tables, more chairs, things where when they come in, they have a place to sit and work and not stand around. And so we're looking to do that. But as we began thinking and looking at it, we decided within a 2-block radius is also 2 other low-income housing for seniors. And our seniors sit out front most of the time during the summer because it's their front yard. I mean, they have small apartments that come down, they want fresh air, and they sit there, but there's not much else for them to do. So we also decided to take the workshop, and regularly we're going to offer seminars on any number of things, from how to decoupage to cooking gourmet for one, programming your cell phone, the history of Jackson County, crocheting, whatever people might like to do. We invite them to come and volunteer and help teach some of the seniors some of these skills or lectures or information so they have something to do rather than just sit on the street all the time.
Awesome.
And so we're excited about the possibility and what that's going to mean. And we are looking for volunteers in the community that are interested in something. The other day I was talking to a group and I said, how many of you are interested in something, anything? Okay, you're what we're looking for, because we can announce that and all of a sudden people who we didn't know were interested says, yeah, I want to learn that. And they'll come in. And so you might have 3 people, you might have 20 people. I don't know at any given time, but we're looking to serve this generation that has served us well over the years and in their later days, but often forgotten.
I think that's a great part of your mission. It's got some photos. JTV's Jeff Steers stopped by the other day and scoped out the space. It's great to have Marketplace Manna as one of downtown's shopping destinations as well. You guys participated in the various things that we've had holidays. This
picture is one of the new windows that we have. Everything in that picture is made by the homeless or the elderly here in Jackson. So we have bags, we have crayons, we have all sorts of different things. This is part of the new space. This is where we will some of those cabinets have to get moved out or display units for product gets moved out, and then we'll set that up so we can use it for designing products. That was one of our walls where we had product displayed, but now we'll use that for tools. We'll be able to put hooks up there and we can keep things that people need, scissors and glue guns and all that. This is part of the new display. This is some of our knitwear for kids. Those are our Animal Kingdom hoodies. We have 20 different type of animals they can pretend to be if they put on the hat, from zebras to frogs. More of the product there. We have handmade cards and stuff. So the new section is going to be for jewelry, handbags, scarves, things that ladies like, let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
The old section will be home decor, kids, pets, lawn and garden, those kinds of things as well. Everything started because of hats. We had that's what we started with in Bulgaria, and that led to everything we're doing today, knit hats.
Well, we certainly need them here.
Today and tomorrow, yes.
Yeah.
Come and get them. They're not a bad price.
There's the colors of the Ukraine flag and some mittens.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to support.
One of the things that we you mentioned Ukraine, we have got is that when I was in Bulgaria last month, we met with a gentleman that's working with refugees. Mm-hmm. And one of the Ukrainian refugees created a coloring book that talks about what's going on, and we brought some of those back. So we have actually Ukrainian coloring books that we'll be making for sale starting next week.
Oh, neat.
Then proceeds will go help kids from the war.
Well, I'm sure many of our viewers will be interested in that. And jewelry, that's a big part too.
Yes, made from all over Latin America, Africa, Asia. We have all kinds, some Europe, from Greece. So whatever your taste is, small or big, we've got it.
Yeah.
I don't wear any earrings, but anyway.
Something for everyone.
Yes.
Now, I think in one of the pictures, maybe the second one, we could see a little bit of your tile floor. So the Otsego was a hotel 100 years ago, and then some. And the original tile floor is still there.
123 years old this year.
Wow.
And it's got some wear and tear and cracks and leveling, but at 123 years of age, I hope I look as good. We left a bit of patina when we cleaned it because we wanted them to see, what it's like. You can see a little bit of that if you look at the base. And it's a gorgeous floor.
It really is. I mean, it's the first thing you notice when you walk in.
And it's durable. That's why we decided we use that for the workshop, because it could be easily cleaned and swept and whatever it was made, because you start sanding things and sawdust gets all over and you need to...
Yeah. So this space allowing you to do the workshops or seminars and stuff, it's for really anyone. You're not limiting it to people who live in the building?
No, no. In fact, we've been talking in initial stages with the local teen center and are looking at potentially bringing in some low-income teenagers and creating a junior achievement style business training model where they figure out a product to make, they make it, we sell it, they get the proceeds, and we go from there. So we're looking at helping all ages, but we start with the need right around us and then add to it as we are able.
Well, I know that the mission started when you discovered craftspeople that needed a market. And we want to be able to support those people who are making the hats and the bracelets. You actually send checks back to these communities.
Right. What ends up happening is they're paid up front. So as they make it, they're paid. And when we sell it, we buy more and they're paid again. So every time it's purchased, the people are making more money. So they're not waiting till we sell it to get a check or a gift. And then from time to time with our proceeds, we will invest in a new region of the world. So we'll say, okay, we're not here, but we've got an extra $1,000. We'll start buying stuff from them as well and add more product to our inventory. So the product that they make are paid as they make it, not when we sell it.
And you've been, I know, you mentioned Bulgaria. Where else do you have artists providing?
We're in 47 countries,
Wow.
partnering with 27 other organizations. So we're in Guatemala, we're in Uganda, we're in Rwanda, we're in Guyana, we're in China, we're in Greece, Bulgaria, we're in South Africa, we're in Madagascar, we're all around the world.
What kind of response do you get from the people that are making the things that you've been buying?
Oh, they're so happy because when we buy it, that means they can do something they couldn't do before.
Mm-hmm.
Or they can continue to send their kids to school so they get a good education and can go further than where they're at. Or they are able to get the roof on the house that they've been waiting and putting off to do. It sounds like, well, those are normal things that should just happen. Well, here, yes. Places around the world, those are luxuries. Mm-hmm. Those just don't happen. They come because someone works really hard.
It's got to be very gratifying work for you and your team.
It is. At the same time, I tell people when God calls you to do it, there's nothing you can do but it. Mm-hmm. And it's gratifying, but we don't do it for that. We do it because we know that it needs to happen. We also know that God is looking for more people that will help the poor. Throughout the New Testament, it talks about the poor. Jesus said they'll always be with you, and that means we have job security because there's always going to be people to help. But at the same time, it means that there's responsibility to not just ignore them or think, oh, the government does it or this group does it. If everybody would help somebody around them, we'd begin to see the world a whole lot better. Because if each one reached one, if each family began to try to help a family, we'd be amazed at what goes on. Part of the Reed Workshop success isn't the making of the product. I mean, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. But the real success is the conversation. This person that nobody pays any attention to is making this, and we've taught them, and then while they're making it, we have conversations, and they tell us where they're from, why they got there, how this happened, everything good and otherwise in their life. And when you begin to see that, you see they're human, that they're real, and that they, like you, have dreams and desires, and for whatever reason have not been able to achieve it. And if we can move them a little more closer to making that happen, then that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Sounds like you could use some help.
Yes. If you want to check more, marketplacemanna.biz is our charity site, and there's a video about the new project. Or come by the shop and see what we've got and talk to any of our staff. They'll help you figure out where to get connected and involved.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
One of our downtown neighbors, the founder of Marketplace Manna, Al Mellinger. Next on